What's up, guys? Today we're going to be doing an unboxing and overview of the Olight Marauder 2. I'm going to start out, full disclosure, I bought this myself. This was not given to me by Olight for review. I did purchase this with my own money. So let's get into it here. So again, this is the Olight Marauder 2. Has a throw of 800 meters on spotlight mode or 14,000 lumens on floodlight mode. And this light does have those two different modes, which we'll go over in a little bit. So looking at the box, it's a pretty big size box. And if we look at the back, I'll let you guys kind of read this if you want to. Here's the levels and run times, but we'll go over those more in detail later. Now I have already opened this light and kind of played around with it, but we're going to go through what comes in it here. So I'm going to pull the light out. It does come with a protective sticker over the lens. You can just peel that off. I'm going to set this to the side for now and go through the rest of the box here. So in this little side compartment, you're going to get a, the usual user manual in a few different languages. I'm going to show you real quick the floodlight, lumens, levels, runtime. So you can take a look at that a second. And here is the spotlight runtimes and levels. I'm going to set that off to the side here. So also in here, you're going to have a USB-C to USB-C charging cable. You're going to have the wall plug, which has USB-C output. And then you're going to have your lanyard. And that's all that's in the box. This doesn't come out. This foam doesn't really come out. So that is everything in the box. Let's take a look at the actual light itself. So it's pretty impressive. It's pretty big. It's got some mass to it, right? There's three 21700 batteries in this thing, and it's definitely got some weight. Let's start from the top down. So looking at it head on, it's pretty impressive, right? So you've got 12 LEDs around. Those are your floodlight LEDs. You have one in the center. That's your spotlight LED. And also the center portion is pretty magnified, I think. You might be able to tell it's got kind of some curvature to it there. So yeah, obviously there's a lot of LEDs. It's pretty impressive looking, I'm not going to lie. It's pretty aggressive bezel going around the edge here. I guess if you wanted to use it as some sort of weapon between the weight of the thing and this bezel, it would probably hurt somebody. But I don't know if you're going to be EDCing this or how viable that's going to be. Because ideally, if you have this light, wherever you have this light, you're probably going to have a gun close by. Example, it's sitting, this is going to be sitting on my kitchen counter. I have several guns in the house. So using this as a defense weapon, I don't know. But you can do what you want to do. So going down again, you can see there's kind of these fins here going around the entire body. That pretty much acts, they're cooling fins, right? It's like a heat sink on your computer. It's just more surface area to dissipate heat. So that's kind of nice. Going down, we've got the on and off button here. And on the right side is a battery level indicator of 1 through 7. And on the left side, there is the level indicator that the light is at. So in this case, it's on level 1 up to level 7. Below that, you've got a switch for floodlight, which is on the bottom, or spotlight, which is on the top. Below that, you've got this piece here that pulls out, and that's your lanyard loop, right? And you can just push it back in. And kind of the rest of the body here, it's got this kind of rubberized overmolding to it that's textured. You can kind of see it there. There are some very slight finger grooves as well. But overall, this kind of rubberized grip does make it pretty nice and easy to hold on to. And then if we look at the back here, this is where the charging port is, and it's got this cover. So if you turn it counterclockwise, it opens it up, it exposes the USB-C charging port, and if you turn it clockwise, it closes it back up again. Now the light is IPX8 waterproof, so this isn't doing anything for that. Really what this is doing is help keeping dust, dirt, other schmoo out of that charging port, right? So if you're taking this outside or doing anything outside with it where it might get dirty, definitely going to want to have that closed. So yeah, that's really it for the overall kind of feel and look of the light. Now let's walk through actually operating it. So again, this is the power button and also the button that changes the mode. And you can see right now it's not doing anything because after 30 seconds of inactivity from the light, it automatically goes into lockout mode. And to exit lockout mode, you simply have to turn the dial 90 degrees. So I'll usually just give it a couple flicks with my thumb, and that is enough to unlock it. So then you're able to turn the light on and off like normal, right? So you push the button, and it shows that I'm on level 1 there. And whatever level you're on is going to be the same whether you're on floodlight or on spotlight. And it's going to stay that way. So if I go up to level 3 and go to spotlight, it's going to be spotlight level 3, right? Now to change the level, you simply turn the dial. So I'm on level 1, level 2, level 3, 4, 5, 6, and 7, the brightest. And turn it counterclockwise to go down levels. So it's pretty easy, and it's the same for the spotlight mode. So just turn it up 1 through 7, depending on what level you want it on. Now you can double press for turbo mode. That's pretty standard. If you double press from turbo mode, it's going to bring you down to level 4. And if you press and hold when the light is off, it'll take you to the lowest setting. So I'm on level 3 right now. Just turned it off. I'm going to press and hold, and it brings you down to level 1. So pretty standard as far as Olight's controls go. The only thing I wish this did was I wish you could change the level while the light was off, right? So it's on right now. It's on level 1, and turn it up to, say, level 3. But while it's off, you can't change the level at all. When you turn it back on, it's going to be at level 3. So it kind of would be nice to be able to change the level while it's off, but overall, it's not that big of a deal. Having the battery indicator on the right side is nice. So yeah, honestly, overall, it's a pretty easy light to, operate, and yeah, it's not too bad. So let's go take it outside and let's light up my backyard, and you guys can see what this thing can do. So starting out with some stills of my backyard, I tried taking a video of the light in my backyard, but it just wasn't turning out as well. I feel like with these pictures, you can really show how much the backyard is being illuminated. And on level 7, it's almost like daylight out there. It is extremely bright. And this is shining down into the creek behind my house. So again, I'm just going up through the levels here, shining it down the bank on my side, on the creek itself, and then you can start to see it get a little brighter actually on the other bank. And you can start seeing some of the trees and stuff over there as we go through the levels. And also to the right, you're able to see more upstream as we go along through the levels as well. So you can see level 6 really lights up across and upstream to the right. And level 7, obviously very bright all around there. Now, I found it very hard to film for the spotlight demonstration. For reference, this is a tree in my backyard, and I'm just going through the levels aiming at the top of the tree. Unfortunately, I don't have very large sight distances, but also there's absolutely no flood besides this square spotlight, so it's really hard to illuminate things around to help pick out what you're looking for. In the upper right is as far down the creek in my backyard as I can see, so I am shining in that area, lighting it up, just going, again, starting at level 1, going up to 7. Level 1 is only 50 lumens, so you can't see much there. But as we go up through the levels, you're definitely able to pick up more of what you're looking at. Again, this square beam is very much a spotlight. There is zero floodlight outside of this square LED that you can see, which is a little unfortunate, but overall, the spotlight is very nice. All right, guys, going to wrap up the video with just some final thoughts on the Marauder 2 here. So first off, the light is very fun to play around with. Obviously, all these LEDs and 14,000 lumens is absolutely hilarious to watch turn a very dark backyard into basically daylight, right? The controls are simple and easy to use. Going from flood to spot is super easy. I do like the USB-C charging port. I think it's nice having that. My phone is USB-C, so half the time, I have like 3 USB-C chargers laying around the house, so I can really plug this anywhere and charge it. And I forgot to mention earlier on the initial overview, this flashlight can double as a battery bank. So you can use that USB-C to USB-C cable, plug one end in here, plug the other end in your phone, and you can actually charge your phone off this flashlight. So that can be pretty cool in a potential emergency situation. Now, this light retails for $329 from Olight. They do have flash sales with it decently often. Right now, I'm looking, it's 20% off for $263. I think I got it somewhere in the $240 range. That's not cheap, right? So is it worth it? It kind of just depends on what you're looking for. If you're looking for a really good floodlight, this is it. This is a really good floodlight. I like it a lot. As far as the spotlight, if you need a dedicated spotlight, I would definitely go with a Javelot. But the spot on this isn't terrible. I do wish that the spotlight mode on this had some flood, right? So when you have spotlight mode, it's only the center LED. If they could have turned these spotlight ones on, even to a low setting, I think that would have been really, really nice. And I would like this a lot more, even if it sacrificed a little bit of runtime. Doesn't have to be crazy bright from here, just a little extra besides the straight square beam spotlight. So overall, know what you're buying. Know that it's not going to be the most practical thing, probably. But if you can think of some really good uses for you and you think this light might be good for you and what you need to do, then I have no issues recommending it to anybody. Thanks, guys, for watching. Leave any comments, suggestions, tips, anything like that, and I'll catch you next time.